It is Monday, December the 19th, 2020. What? Of course, 2022. I am James. You are you. We are here for another festive edition of the show that won't go away. Of course, we are talking about At Home with James, live on the information superhighway that the cool kids from 1996 often referred to as the net, also known as the internet, also known as the World Wide Web. Can you believe it? Can you feel it? We are only days away from Christmas. And with a tear in my eye, I proclaim that I have already got the post-Christmas blues. Now, I know that there are some of you out there, some of you who don't like Christmas. You can't wait for this to be over. And I know that there's some others out there saying, James, how can you be sad about Christmas being over? It's not even Christmas yet. Because I feel that the fun of Christmas, and we all know the fun of Christmas when you become a grown-up, is the journey to Christmas. The parties are over. The events are over. Now it's just time to the last minute spending. I was out and about all day, walking around in the slush, constantly tapping my carte de débit, buying gifts that no one's going to like, that no one's going to want, that no one's going to need. But there is one gift that I can give to you that costs me absolutely no money. It's the gift of entertainment by way of this show. I want you to close your eyes. You're at home right now. You're watching, whether you're in your bedroom, your living room, sitting on the toilet, in the tub. Close your eyes. You're relaxing. You hear a rumbling. It's coming from your chimney. Who's that? Is it old St. Nicholas? Is it old Kris Kringle? Is it Sinterklaas? Is it who my mother refers to as, quote, old pissy whiskers? Is it Santa Claus? No, it's me. I have found my way onto your roof because you've left a ladder out. I'm trespassing on your property. I'm sliding down your chimney. I land right at the bottom. I'm covered in soot and debris. I sneak into your home. I sit down beside you. Whether you're in bed, I'm getting under the covers with you. If you're in your living room, I'm sitting on the couch right beside you. If you're on the toilet, I'm standing in front of you. If you're in the tub, I slip right in. I'm wearing clothes. I don't even take my clothes off. I'm in the tub with you, fully clothed. You say, my God, James, I wasn't expecting you. What are you doing here? I say I'm here to entertain you for roughly the next hour. That's what this show is all about tonight. What are we doing? It is the holiday wheel of wonder. We've done the wheel of surprises, questions, topics, this, that, and the other. Tonight is the best of them all. Nothing but Christmas topics. 100% holiday fun. Featuring who? Saima Ahmed, Joe Conto, Annabelle Agnew. This is a murderer's row of at-home superstars. But when you talk about at-home superstars, I'd be remiss if I did not mention the one and the only. It is Dimitri Kierez, live from the mailroom. Dimitri, happy holidays.
Hey, James! Happy holidays!
Dimitri, let's cut the bullcrap right away. Let's address the elephant in the room.
What elephant?
This is the Dimitri that I know and I love and that I want on this show.
Me?
For a month now. Yeah, you. Don't play coy. Don't flirt with me. Some of these people who watch the show, they might be fooled by your little tricks. Your youthful allure.
Come on.
Your well-kept beard. Your supple yet magnetic lips. Lips that I kissed more than an hour ago, live on stage at a supper time show. We're not going to get into that.
Let's not.
For months, you've been transforming into the night freak.
I know.
Some type of sewer-dwelling ne'er-do-well. What's been going on?
Let me cut the music. I'm having a real hard time. Obviously, James.
Yeah, no kidding. It's been very obvious.
Everyone that I know, my loved ones, they shun me. My coworkers, they can't even look at me anymore. I'm not getting invited to meetings. I'm doing a poor job. I can't sleep. I've got loads of makeup on right now to cover the bags under my eyes. I haven't shopped. I can't leave the house. Do you know why, James? Because when I step outside, the light burns my skin.
Right. Which means
the night freak, the symbiote, it's taken a hold of me. I can't enjoy my favorite time of year anymore, James. It's driving me up the wall, man.
So you acknowledge it. You acknowledge that you've been infected and you've been coming on this show attempting to infect not only the viewers, but me.
There's no vaccine for what I have. There's no cure.
True.
My name is Dimitri, and I am infected with a symbiote called the Night Freak.
Well, how do we stop the spread?
If I knew how to cure what I have, James, I would have done it months ago when I first got infected.
I want to let people know that they're not in danger, and ça va bien aller.
Ça va bien aller. And you know what the real worst part of it all is, James? I'm absolutely...
Bien aller, ça va bien aller, feeling hot, hot, hot.
I'm absolutely inundated with mail back here. Absolutely
this is what I want
inundated.
To hear.
There's so much mail coming in right now.
I just wanted one Christmas episode where we get the letters assigned to me.
Yeah.
And I could answer the Christmas questions and wishes.
I'm
We've been trying
up.
and trying. Are you telling me that tonight we're going to get to them? I'm not going to get Night Freak.
I have allocated every last reserve of energy and focus that I have as me, Dimitri, to the mailroom. I have managed to go through some letters, and I have found some, and we've got a lot that we can actually go through. So later today, we'll actually have some letters from real fans of the show, and we're going to answer them, and it's going to be wholesome. It's going to be fun. Hell, hold on. It's going to be Christmas, because I'll be damned.
It needs to be. Yeah.
I'll be damned. Do you mind if I get mad?
Please.
I'd be damned if we don't have a Christmas. It's been 3 years.
Thank you.
I'd be damned if we don't have a goddamn Christmas. Sorry for cussing.
Need one. We need one.
We need one.
Because people call me a lot of things.
I might not make it.
Little cutie. They call me Little Cutie. They call me the Smooth Operator. They call me the Cool Breeze Lover. But around the holidays,
and Prince of
you
Christmas.
know what they call me.
Ooh. They call you the Prince of Christmas.
The original Prince of Christmas.
Yes. And you are. For what you do. Around the holidays and for this community and for these people online, they should make you a king.
You're bringing a tear to my eye.
I love you. And I'm sorry you've had to deal with the Night Freak for so long.
Apology accepted. We know that tonight is going to be the night to... Because we don't even know if we're going to be back on the airwaves until after Christmas.
I might not make it.
Don't talk like that.
It's okay. We'll call a spade a spade. I'm exhausted. But I'd be damned if I didn't put in one last great show with you.
Don't talk like this is your last... Don't talk like this is your last Christmas.
Don't. Hey, look. An envelope. It's from me. Dear James, I love you. And your first piece of fan mail has been opened. I've broken the seal. James, I hope you have a great rest of your show. I want you to know that serving as your technical director has been an honor. But I'm sad to say that the Night Freak might win this one. But maybe not.
No.
Maybe not.
Look,
maybe
if
maybe
there's
not.
anything true in this world, it's that the magic of Christmas can make miracles happen. And I think by night's end,
I need a miracle.
once we've gone through the holiday wheel of wonder, it's going to be you, me. And you know what? I might regret this. We are not going to get off the airwaves until I've answered every one of those letters.
There he is. There he is! God bless you, James. I hope you have a great
Dimitri, I'll check in with you later.
We will. We will. And I am very thankful for it. God bless you.
Well, I'm thankful for you. God bless you. That's Dimitri Kira's in the mailroom. You heard it here first. We're going to go through every piece of Christmas mail that we received. But before we do that, it is time to activate the Holiday Wheel of Wonder. We cannot do that until we've got our Wheel of Wonder spinners here with us. Let's please welcome as mentioned, at-home superstars Saima Ahmed, Joe Conto, and Annabelle Agnew. Saima, Joe, Annabelle, happy holidays. Thank you so much for being here. Saima, let's start with you. How has the holiday season been treating you thus far?
It's been going great. I've been going to lots of holiday parties,
Yep.
eating sweets, getting to dress up, which I love doing. So yeah,
I love
I've been
it.
having a nice time.
Now, you and I were both at the same Christmas party over the weekend where I believe that you and I were both the best dressed attendees.
We were. It's not often I share this best dressed title with you, but
No one ever has, because it's the first time ever.
But I'm happy that we shared it at this Christmas party. You looked great.
So am I. Now, not to be outdone, Annabelle, you're shaking your head. You were also at the party. You were at the party as well. And you had quite an outfit too.
I did.
I think there's one flaw with the outfit though.
Which was no Christmas
I
sweater?
had already seen you wearing it at another event.
I know, it's true. And I thought about that.
Double dipped.
I was like, how many people were at that improv event? I got it.
And you're not wrong about that. And look, it's a great outfit. You look fantastic. But
Yeah.
Annabelle, can't you just let me have one thing? You've got everything. You've got a family. You've got a nicer apartment. You've got a driver's license. You've got a far, far more packed bank account. You look better than me every day of the week. Can't you just give me this? Can't you do a bit of charity around the holidays?
All right, it's yours, James. You were better dressed than I was, although it hurts
Thank
me
you.
to say it.
How has your holiday season been treating you? Another Christmas keener.
It's been pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
It's been
Before
pretty good.
I went to the party on Saturday, I went and sang carols, so that was pretty nice.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, it's been an interesting season, very different from years before, but all great at the same time. I have a big tree this year. I have a fire.
I love it.
It's great. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Joe, we're going to go to you. You were here a couple weeks ago where you placed second in the Christmas cookie contest.
Yeah.
Certainly a notch above where you place in the pumpkin carving extravaganzas and Halloween gone by.
Mhm.
How's the holidays been treating you since?
Good. I don't dislike the holidays at all, but I don't make a big deal out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do live in a Christmas town, as you know, and I've been real impressed with our downtown. It's straight up real pretty this year.
Well, I hope to make it out to Lake Placid one day for Christmas. We've talked about it.
I swear to God, I wish you would. You'd love it. I tell you, it's because it's like you've been here in the summer, and it's like a picture postcard down there right now with the snow on the trees, now the lights, and all the street lights, and it's a little it's a narrow main street, so it has a real nice small town feel to it.
Well, I love it.
Yep.
I also love that all of you have convened to be here tonight. We love a wheel episode. I mean, I love a wheel episode. Annabelle, they don't tend to treat you kindly. For some reason, you're rattled by the wheel. Joe, you have faced the wheel. You've had a great time with the wheel.
I think I'm particularly good at the wheel.
Now, Simon, is this your first wheel?
I feel like I've done a wheel in the past.
Yeah, you've been here on many panel episodes, so you're certainly an expert panelist. This wheel is populated with nothing but Christmas questions, content, and dare I say, curiosities. So, are we ready to spin the wheel for our first topic tonight?
Yeah.
Great. Let us spin the wheel. I always get nervous when it's spinning. And we're all nervous right now. And we have landed on the best movies. Of course, we're talking about the best Christmas movies. Now, we're going to keep this personal. These don't have to be the movies that everyone should watch at Christmas. What do we consider the best? Annabelle, I want to start with you because you've got a bit of a devilish grin.
Oh, no, I'm just like, no. I was just thinking about
another moment where you fear the wheel.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking because like I have movies that I always watch at Christmas, but sometimes they're not technically Christmas oriented. Like, but I always watch them.
Okay.
But some of my favorites is Scrooged with Bill Murray, like Christmas themed.
Yeah.
I do love It's a Wonderful Life. That's a big favorite of mine.
Yeah.
What else do I have bookmarked? Elf is great. And
Sure.
and then I have like
maybe the last great Christmas movie that pierced into the classics. But we're gonna go to Joe because he's scowling here.
What do you mean right now? I don't, Annabelle, I don't like Elf. I find it boring and foolish.
Do we have a beef of the night already?
I don't know. Is that a beef of the night?
Well, Joe,
maybe
Joe,
not.
I don't know if you're using it, but I will say this, that I don't love Elf, but I stand by that it has pierced into the classics.
I would agree. A lot of people like Elf. I can't deny that. And I just don't understand. I love Bob Newhart, so I'll enjoy those parts. But
now, what about James Caan? Do you love him?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jimmy Caan. Big fan.
Yeah.
What is it about Elf that you don't like?
Well,
you said it was boring and foolish.
It's boring and foolish. You know, I'm sure, Annabelle, you've heard that in improv. I don't like it when a grown-up plays like a little kid. It grosses me out. I also so I don't like that, where he's so silly and he's like yummy, and I'm like, don't. You're
Simon, where do you land on Elf?
I also agree with you and Joe. I think it's like the commoner, like I don't know how to say it. It's like the commoner Christmas movie for the masses.
Wow. Annabelle, you're like, basically being called pedestrian.
It's basically being called basic.
Yeah.
Right? It's a basic movie.
Saying, Annabelle, that you're mid.
I'm okay with that.
All right, Saima, I want to go to you. Favorite movies?
My favorite movies, classics for me, are Home Alone 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure I've seen them. I'm 31 years old. I've probably seen them like more than 60 times. I love those two movies. Also, more making into like my more recent holiday movie, what do you call it? Like collection. The Holiday, which is a movie with like Cameron Diaz and Jack Black, Jude Law, and Kate Winslet. I like this movie a lot. It's a cute little.
Is that a romantic comedy Christmas movie?
Indeed, it is a romantic comedy.
Okay, now how do you feel about Love Actually?
Oh, I think Love Actually is overhyped.
I agree with Simon on that one. I think it's a weird movie as well. There's a lot of things that are very wrong with that movie.
Like the man is literally cheating on his wife with his assistant.
That's it.
We don't know that. It's vague.
Yeah.
It's vague.
It's nonsense.
Is it vague? I feel like it's pretty clear.
Yeah, I feel like it's clear enough.
Emotionally cheating.
When Simon made that reference, we all knew exactly what she was talking about. It wasn't like, oh, I'd never noticed that.
Exactly. He's definitely cheating.
Well, I think the guy who wants his girlfriend, or rather his friend's girlfriend, with all the pictures is more bizarre.
I think that one's weird too, or that the prime minister.
Look, let's get into it. Is there really
like
anything?
Assistant?
Is there really anything truly wrong with cheating, right, Joe?
Oh well, I do not believe in monogamy or marriage. So,
wow, yet, I did not expect that to be Joe's answer.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that
because I thought it would be funny to accuse Joe of cheating.
Yeah, no, that's not funny.
Now, I want to say that I veer towards Sima's answer. Oh, easy, Joe. Joe, your mic is picking up everything on your end over there.
I have a very sensitive mic and stomach. So
I love Home Alone. I really love Home Alone 2. And again, this is not meant to be like of course the best movies. I like Jingle All the Way a lot. It's not a good movie. It's not great.
I like it.
It's
like
fun.
It.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It is fun.
Phil Hartman,
now, do
right?
we have any other that we want to? Joe, what was that again?
Well, first of all, Phil Hartman, so good.
He's fantastic.
Right? I could watch him do anything. I've got one that I don't think anybody. Well, I don't know. It's not a popular one, but it is absolutely worth seeking out. And it's from when I was a kid. the Muppets, before they made the Muppet movie and all that sort of thing, there was this Christmas special that they did, but it's movie length, or maybe not quite. At any rate, it's called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
No, I have not. Can you expand upon this?
It's this it's this sort of family in a very Muppety sort of town, if you know what I mean. Like, it's old fashioned and stuff. And Ma needs, it's about a poor otter family, and they're the sweetest people. And the mother needs something. And the son, Emmett Otter, and his friends form a jug band because they're going to enter this big contest that is happening in order for Ma to get the money she needs. And it's real sweet. It's got all those markers of a really great Muppet style movie without but it's the very beginning of it. They used to have these things. I don't know why they're not played anymore. There's a couple of them. Here's the point. Seek it out. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It is real sweet. And,
so put it on the list. Saima, let's go to you.
There's one that just came to mind when I was younger. I haven't seen this in years. I don't know if it holds up, but there's this movie with like Jonathan Taylor Thomas called
I'll Be Home for Christmas. I watch it every year. It's not good, but I do watch it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot when I was younger. So
and it features NSYNC's Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
That's a great holiday song.
Some real religious undertones. Now, I want to come in from the chat here. Charlito Monte, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Thoughts? I like it, but it was
I forgot about it.
I never really rewatch it. Like
I didn't grow up watching it because it's very much pre-James, but I do like it. I don't love it. I do like it.
It's not a bad movie, but it's not something I watch every year. I watch Bridget Jones' Diary every year, though.
That's a good one
for a Christmas movie.
Simon likes the rom-coms.
Yeah, I like.
Who doesn't love a rom-com?
Who does not?
Well, I'll tell you who doesn't. Joe Conto, who's pro-cheating.
There's sometimes cheating rom-coms.
A lot of times, I will say that the first scene of a rom-com often involves cheating, right?
Yeah.
Somebody got cheated on, and now they're out in the rain.
And that's what hooks Joe, right? Joe, that's where you're like, I like this. I like the back.
Well, I like it. And then after the first 15 minutes or so, it's boring. Nobody's cheating anymore.
Yeah, you're waiting for more adultery to happen.
Yeah, I sure am.
On that note, I think it's time to spin the wheel again because we've got a variety of talk. It's very easy to go down a movie rabbit hole. And I do want to say if people are watching and they think that my video and audio is a little compromised, it's because it is. Let's spin the wheel again. It's very nerve-wracking. It's very nerve-wracking. And we have landed on worst Christmas, which means worst Christmas memories. Joe, I want to start with you. Any bad Christmas memories? You have no bad Christmas memories.
No, I have a terrible. I'm just going to say it and then we can move on. My dad died on December 23rd. So, yeah, it was bad.
Now, if this was a competition, it would be tough to top. But I'll say this, Joe, I'll tell you what. How old were you?
I was a grown-up person, but I had gone to a party and I'd had some drinks and I got this call. And so I had to drive. I just got in a car and drove from Lake Placid to where I grew up, about an hour and a half away. I think quite drunk, truthfully, and I never drive drunk.
Yeah.
And I just kept saying to myself all the way there, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. And then I went, and then he died. Yeah. So that was my worst Christmas.
Yeah. And I will say this.
By the way, he was a great guy, and I died with no regrets with that man. He was super.
That is very heartening.
Beef. I loved it. So.
And I will say this, Joe, so you're not the only one sharing sorrow. Yeah. My father, never around for one Christmas. Annabelle, let's go to you. Worst Christmas.
Well, weirdly, it also has to do with dads.
Oh my goodness.
I have a deadbeat dad. So my worst
me too.
Yeah. So he always came up like with the worst gifts, like as
like
afterthought. Afterthought
what?
Gifts. Afterthought gifts, like sort of like last minute. Oh yeah, you're my kid. I should probably get you something.
He gave you like a pack of blank VHS cassettes.
Ice cube trays.
Something maybe, but the worst one was a book that I had actually gifted him the year before, and he had ripped out the page where I said like "Merry Christmas, Dad" in the book, and then he re-gifted it to me.
This, I think that on some level, that's the saddest thing that we've heard so far.
It is,
Like,
but it's sad for him.
Joe's is very sad, but it ended with had a lot of great Christmases with my dad.
Yeah.
He was great.
My
Annabelle,
dad,
you had
my dad loved Christmas. That man loved Christmas. He made every Christmas special, and he was in the choir at church. He was a real good dude. So
you know whose dad did not love Christmas? Annabelle's dad.
No.
Now,
Annabelle,
Saima,
was
let's
he
go to you.
Was he a drinker, Annabelle? I just want to know. Was he a drinker?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Oh, mine too. Saima, let's go to you.
I should start by saying,
Any worst Christmas memories that feature your dad?
well, it's funny that dads are a theme here. So first of all, my family doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Yep.
So to begin with, like, I mean, I don't have any negative Christmas memories because often growing up, it was just a day that everything was super quiet and my family would watch like the Disney Christmas special in the morning. And like, it was just like, I don't have any negative memories. And funny enough, it's actually my dad's birthday on Christmas. So bringing the
God,
full circle.
This is unbelievable that it's all dads. We wrap up with you and it's a positive dad thing.
Yeah, so it's my dad's birthday on Christmas and he loves to make this joke. It's a very dad joke. He goes, well, the whole world is celebrating my birthday. So
I thought he was
negative
going to say,
memories,
I'm the
but
baby Jesus.
yeah, so there you go. It's my dad's birthday.
Yeah, that's the way you can punch up his joke this year, Saima.
Yeah.
You could say that you're the true baby Jesus.
I don't even know if you'd get the joke.
Coming in from the chat from Dan Fonda, quote, drunk dad hive, what up? All right, I guess there's some more children of DDs out there. There are many of us. Are we ready to go to the next topic? Look, you can't talk about Christmas without someone talking about their drunken father. That's part of Christmas.
It's true.
Let's spin the wheel. You guys ready? Joe, you all right over there?
Yeah. You know our joke I'm thinking of, James.
We've landed on a really, really legendary debate on this show. We had an entire episode dedicated to this. I know where Joe lands. The question is Christmas sexy? Joe, I want to start with you.
Too.
You were also part of the debate. That is
I was
true,
pro
Saima.
sexy.
So, Joe, I want to start with you. You were team not sexy, which I've been maintaining. Joe, how do you feel about it 2 years later?
It hasn't gotten any sexier. There's nothing sexy about it.
Right.
And it's okay. Not everything has to be sexy. New Year's Eve is sexy. And I would say that Christmas Eve can be sexy. But Christmas
Eve
Day
is associated
itself.
with Christmas.
Well, I want to go with this. I want to say this. Now, I can admit that people are horny at Christmas, but sometimes things that are horny ain't sexy. I had a lady,
a drunk dad.
I had a lady walk up to me in a bar the other night and pull the front of her pants and underwear down to expose a pair of dice tattooed right next to her crotch. Then she leaned in, whispered in my ear, and I felt her lips touching my earlobe. That was horny. Wasn't sexy, though. Saima, let's go to you. Is Christmas sexy?
You said, now listen here, Alex Brown.
First of all,
No.
First of all,
Joe, you been drinking tonight? That's just all the booze making Joe gassy. Saima, let's go to you.
I think like anything, there are things that, like, how do I say this? There can be unsexy things and sexy things, like most holidays. Like New Year's can also be unsexy. So it depends on the people you're spending it with. I think Christmas is sexy. First of all, mistletoe.
Is that sexy or is it more cute?
Oh, it's wholesome. That's wholesome.
Yeah,
and also
I
corny.
don't think it's wholesome.
Well, hold on. A kiss under a mistletoe is pretty wholesome. It's not like there's a mistletoe designated for someone to bend somebody over.
Who here has actually been kissed under the mistletoe?
Never.
Like never.
You mean like romantically? I think somebody's
Like
been
ever, like
"Oh."
anything, like
Yeah.
anything has ever happened under the mistletoe.
No.
Nope.
I feel like it's just a theory. Like nobody ever does it.
That's maybe I'll buy some mistletoe. I live by myself, so no one will be kissing me, but just for fun. Also,
I have
like,
mistletoe here. I have it.
also I feel like Christmas parties, like people get really drunk. Things happen
But you
at
know
Christmas
what?
parties.
You know what? But that happens at parties.
Yes, but it falls under the realm of Christmas.
It does, and yeah, and like Saima, actually, the other day I was walking in Verdun and I saw a woman walking, like doing the walk of shame early in the morning, like full Christmas party outfit.
Yeah.
It'll
Like,
send-
yeah, like,
But,
high heels.
full,
but
like,
does
here.
that make it? Is that sexy?
No, it
Careful,
wasn't,
that's
but
what
I'm
sexy
sure he
is.
felt sexy the night before.
I
I'm-
want to know where you land on this, Annabelle, because everyone knows where I land. Everyone knows where Simon and Joe land. Annabelle, what do you think?
I mean, it's a whole new world for me right now, James. Like I had a long time where I was in a certain life, living a certain
This is some
day at Christmas.
incredible word manipulation.
So I don't know anymore if it's sexy or not. I feel like it's
But
sexy
you-
here.
Wait, Annabelle, are you recently out of a long-term relationship? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, 17
Joe's
years.
going right
recently?
in.
How recently?
Since May. Yeah,
Are you back out there?
I am.
Oh, good for you. All right.
Not
Good for you.
successfully, but I am.
Well, listen,
Oh,
then they're crazy. They're nuts.
well, let's move on to our next topic. It's time to spin the wheel. It's time to spin the wheel again. The debate that will never find its finality on this show. Back out there, not successful, deceased fathers, drunken dads. It's a night to celebrate. We have landed on Christmas potlucks, which is truly the opposite of anything sexy. Annabelle,
There's
I wanna
nothing
start
sexy at
with
a
you.
potluck.
Let's start
This
with
time
me, because
around.
I have like, I think Christmas potlucks need to go. Let's burn them down. Let's not have them anymore. If you're invited over for Christmas, that person should be doing all of it and nobody should bring anything.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's like, oh, I'll bring some chips or I'll bring a bottle of this
Sure.
or that. I think potlucks are good in nature, but I don't want to be part of them. I really don't. And I don't like having them forced upon me either.
No, I think it's fine when you are in your early 20s and that's what you do.
Yeah.
But there's not, a couple years ago, I know she doesn't watch this show, so it's fine for me to say. But I'm in my 40s now, and I got invited over to my friend's house, who's also in her 40s, and I was going to her party in Ottawa. And she's like, could you bring some pate from the market in Montreal? And I was like, no, like, how about you get your own pate and I'll eat it.
See, this one I think is interesting because that doesn't feel like
Happily do that.
Yeah, that doesn't feel
Yeah.
like an unreasonable request because it's not like, hey, can you stop by the Loblaws? It's you're coming from another town that features a thing that I like. Imagine if like I was like, I just had to move to Toronto. Saima, you're coming to visit me. Could you bring me some smoked meat?
No, but she asked
Gladly.
every single person who's coming to the party to bring something. She tasked
Mm.
everybody at the party. It wasn't just that I was coming from Montreal. She didn't care that I was coming from Montreal. She just wanted me to get pate. And like, think
Like
about
booze?
pate in a car for 3 hours.
Now, coming
tastes
in from
fun.
the chat, is that safe? Pate, 3-hour pate.
Exactly. Like,
Got a
no.
4-hour window in the 40 to 140.
Is
But in the
that-
winter
cooked
time,
meats.
it's not so bad because it's cold outside, so it kind of stays fine in the
What
trunk.
if you just strap it to the roof of your car?
How about no?
little
How about I
pate.
don't make a stop at the Atwater Market and she gets her own
So
pate.
yeah, Annabelle is incensed here. I don't think Annabelle has mentioned one thing that has been positive during her the wheel.
Well,
has
I'm
claimed
beginning
her.
to see why we've had an unsuccessful foray back into the
She's
games.
still her positive thing
Oh
with Elf.
no! Oh, Joe, you got to put the eggnog down.
You heard me.
What did
I
you
got
say?
a beef.
Missed it. I missed
Oh, well, hold
What's the
on.
beef?
I got a beef with being invited to somebody's party and not being able to pick up a little pate, make their night good.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar.
Joe, you have used your beef of the night. You're calling out Annabelle. You also, if I may, mentioned Now I know why you're having such a hard time being back in the dating game.
Oh,
You know, you said a couple of. I know, I was
missed
just
that
kidding.
comment.
I know. I say things. While we're at it, I've got to say, I feel bad that I used Alex Brown's name, implying that she was vulgar in a bar. She
You
would
come on
never.
the
She's
show.
such a delightful,
You've been
great
farting.
So are you, Annabelle? I was just trying to get a laugh. I've had a couple drinks. Who knows? Maybe I'm the drunk dad. Oh my God, I'm the drunk dad.
Yeah, this would be like a movie, like, you know, the drunk dad who had no son.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe I have
Here
a beef
comes
with
the money.
Here we go.
Oh my
Money
God.
talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Yeah.
So, Annabelle, you're using your beef on Joe unrelated to any opinion based around wheel topics.
It's not based on, well, my beef with Joe is that he has no faith in me in the new dating market.
You know what?
I do. You know
what?
I was
I'll
just a
I'll
cheap
say this
laugh.
right here, right now. Will you guys just get together already?
What?
Done with it.
Saima, let's go to you. Where do you land on Christmas potlucks?
maybe this is the beginning of a rom-com. They hate each
Yeah.
other at the beginning. Where do I start on Christmas
Well,
potlucks?
hold
I
on.
don't-
At the beginning, it's Annabelle catches Joe committing adultery.
Oh, there you go.
Under the mistletoe.
Yeah, Joe is with
Yes, he is.
a married woman underneath the mistletoe, having full blown coitus.
Got it.
And Annabelle's like, God, I wish that were me being
I
cheated
was
on.
getting cheated at.
Yeah. Saima, let's go to
See
you.
it.
Okay.
see it.
How do I feel about potlucks? I don't, you know what? It kind of depends. I also have a friend related story, and I don't think my friend's definitely not listening to this, watching this show.
We can
right now.
use a fake name, right?
Well, I'll just say this, like one of my friends, she likes like having a party for my friend group. But she feels like her place is not large enough. So she kind of like shanghaied my other friend who has a huge house into hosting the party potluck at his place.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, like first, like I applaud him because he was like cornered into hosting it because she asked him in front of like 20 people, like, oh, hey, you're gonna host a potluck at your place, right? And he was like, sure, I guess. And the potluck was great. It was a success, lots of yummy food. I did feel it was kind of annoying because I made a lasagna, which was delicious. But my friend who hosted, he lives in Verdun, and I had to like lug a lasagna all the way from my place to Verdun, which was annoying.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind them. Kind of depends, because the thing I thought was cool about this potluck is like I have quite a multicultural group of friends. So like my friend who's like from Morocco made these really great this great like eggplant smoked dip thing. My friend who's like from Haiti made this really great rice. And so like a lot of my friends are from different parts of the world, bought dishes from their culture. My friend who's Vietnamese made like these delicious spring rolls. So like it was really great, and I don't think we could have like ever ordered that food or anything like that. So that was like, that's the plus.
That's true.
Now, Saima, you've been kind of the image of positivity so far tonight.
I have no beefs with anyone.
And I will say that it is so rare that I can be out negatived, but Annabelle, I think in the new year, we're giving you a spinoff on the show.
Oh, what? I mean, there's a positive right there.
Exactly. Let's spin the wheel again. Let's see what happens. We're going to spin.
You didn't get my take on potluck.
Oh, you're right. My apologies, Joe. I was too busy thinking about you committing adultery.
While we were chatting, where I work, the college where I work has an annual potluck Christmas lunch that is organized by this one woman, Amanda. And on a weekly basis, she'll send a list of who has signed up to bring what, so you know what not to bring possibly. But I get a real kick out of
now,
it.
Is Amanda a stickler? Is she a real stickler?
Yeah. And she encourages people to, you have to sign up, and where's the stuff? And a lot of people haven't said what they're bringing yet. And this is her thing out of the whole year. And I get a real kick out of like real mundane behavior, like really boring stuff. I like it for some reason,
Yeah.
it tickles me. So I just want to let you know a couple people brought, if that's okay.
Okay, I'd love it.
And I just want, maybe you can tell me if this sounds like, is this like high end? Is this like, oh, of course you brought that to the potluck, or was like, well, okay, you're stepping it up, or you're like, oh, sorry to put you out. Sound good?
Got it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Leslie Evans brought shrimp cocktail to a potluck.
I don't eat shrimp, but it sounds fun.
Was it good? Because here's my thing with
For the
if
record,
it's
I
like
wouldn't
frozen
touch shrimp
shrimp,
cocktail at a buffet.
it's usually just like frozen shrimp that's been thawed, and it's like in the sauce that came in the frozen thing. It's like never good. So if it
No,
was
she
like
she went to
original-
trouble. I mean, this was
Okay.
proper shrimp cocktail.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's average. It's like expected.
Okay, that's something a lot of people bring. Amanda herself brought gluten-free avocado dip.
Is it all avocado dip?
Yeah. What
This
you mean?
is-
It's guacamole.
Yeah, guacamole. But she calls
Yeah,
it.
I say no just because of the use of the word gluten-free. Because it says gluten-free, I don't like it.
It feels like a flex. Sonia Stein brought something called garbage bread.
Whoa, what is it? Because now I'm intrigued.
I think it's like a stromboli, or looked like a stromboli.
Yep.
I think the name's a bit off-putting. She should have just
Me
written
too.
Stromboli.
Yeah, I think
I
it's one
think
of
it
those.
could be intriguing. It's like that meal, the garbage plate in like Rochester, New York, or is it Syracuse?
No, it's Rochester, Nick Tahoe's. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it wasn't that. It was stromboli.
got it.
A lot of people brought a lot of things. Chris Sheech brought shepherd's pie.
Ooh.
I mean, I like shepherd's pie.
What do you call it? A pâté chinois?
Yep.
I think that's a nice thing because it's kind of like more of a main, because it seems like other people bought more sides. So he bought a main, which is nice.
I would agree.
What
I
did
would
what did
agree.
you bring, Joe?
You fucking know what I
What
brought. I
was
bought some
it?
pâté from Atwater Market.
Oh my
Oh.
I
goodness.
made some bruschetta.
You didn't bring your second break cookies?
Oh,
What's up? No,
oh.
those were. I'm still making those. Those are good. Those are good. Listen, I do
Damn.
not mind coming in second place to
I
Ariel
I love tension between a burgeoning couple.
That's good. Yeah, we have to be like forced to be on a 3PO team together or something. You know.
I think so.
This is
Yeah.
this is Sam and Diane stuff right here.
Cynthia Lemery, who is the head of the security office, who's quite a stern person, because she runs security, what we call campus safety now. She brought mini orange dream cupcakes. That surprised me
That sounds nice.
because they were so
lovely.
delicate and small.
Yeah.
I would think that she would bring, I don't know, shepherd's
Mhm.
pie. Beth Price brought mince pie,
I like mince pies.
I like mince pies.
raisins and celery in it.
Oh wait, I have this. Okay, is mince pie the thing that is like it's not actually mince meat? It's like something.
Yeah, it's like the fruit and like
Yeah.
the
I like
It's real
them.
British.
yeah.
I love
Real
them.
British.
This might be my beef. Is like what? Oh, this is my beef.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar.
So my beef is, why is it called mince pie? Because for the longest time I don't eat meat and I wouldn't eat it because I thought there was minced meat in it.
I just want to say during that we witnessed full-blown animal cruelty. It was a cat
I
being
love that.
Right
crucified
back on
like
my lap,
Jesus.
huh?
It was a cat being crucified like Jesus of Nazareth
It was great.
around the holidays. Look, but I think the same can be said about the garbage plate or the garbage bread. It's just a fun name, right? Shepherd's pie.
Well,
It's
I
not a
think the
pie.
mince means that the fruits
It's minced.
are minced.
Yeah, it's
they
not a
are,
minced meat pie.
It's an actual
I
culinary.
guess
technique.
I'm just stupid for thinking there was minced meat in the minced
Well,
pie.
no,
No,
because
you
it-
can't
because
put
it's-
words in
it's
our mouth
often
here,
referred
Saima.
to-
You can't put words in our mouth.
Okay.
It's often referred to as minced meat pie. Yeah, but this is
Yeah.
just minced pie, which I
Yeah,
think
I guess it's a
think I read-
misleading name.
It is.
Yeah, the word
misleading.
the word meat being in it. It's kind
I
of
wanna
like,
say-
but it's not that different than gluten-free avocado dip.
Yeah, the name is
But
off.
the opposite. Yeah.
I'll say this. I want to go back to the wheel. Because we're up against the clock here, and I want to see how many items we
Don't
can
want to
get
know
through
what
here.
Callie Shelton brought? Okay.
What is it? You got 3 seconds.
Deviled eggs.
Nice.
Um,
Love them. We have landed on the best of Christmas. We did the worst. Now it is time for the best. Annabelle, I want to start with you. Much
oh,
like myself, you are a big fan of the holidays. You
I
must
am.
have some great Christmas memories.
I do. You know what? You know what it is because I didn't have great Christmases growing up. It was a real goal of mine as I got older to have great Christmases.
I love it.
I love having, like, I started with my tree mid-November. I love Christmas lights. I love all of the decorations that go up. I love creating activities for my kids to do.
Mhm.
I love the baking part. I love singing. I mean, there's so many different parts of Christmas that I absolutely, totally love.
I
love
think that's
parties.
great.
Yeah, great.
It's idyllic. It is
Yeah.
idyllic. Yeah. Saima, let's go to you. Now, you mentioned you didn't grow up celebrating Christmas, but I feel like you do by proxy of your social circle.
Yeah, and for
We
many,
celebrated it together over
yeah,
the weekend where we were voted best dressed.
exactly. Well, for many years, with my ex, his family was really big on Christmas, so I celebrated Christmas with them.
Mhm.
But my best Christmas actually is a few years ago. My nephew, he's now, I think he's 10. Yeah, he's 10 years old now. So a few years ago, when he was like 6 or 7, he kept asking if we were going to go visit for Christmas, and I told him we couldn't. But my parents and I, we
Oh.
surprised him. So on Christmas Eve, we drove. He lives in Toronto. My sister lives in Toronto, so we drove. And then we rang the doorbell, and he had like I filmed it, and he was like so surprised, and he was so happy. So I think that's
This is
probably
great.
my best
Yeah.
memory.
That is very good. Joe, can we go to you?
Well, the opposite of Annabelle, I had really great Christmases when I was a kid. So I would say almost any Christmas in probably the late 70s. You could pick any one of them. And because my grandma and grandpa lived with us, right? They lived upstairs, so they were already built into Christmas. We had a real tiny little house, but again, my dad, there was no money. No, you guys, there was no money. But somehow he would squirrel away a couple of bucks a week, and there was always, like Christmas was all super plentiful. And yeah. And in the early 80s, this is another sad moment. I don't mean to be, I'm just telling you my life.
Oftentimes around the holidays, people have a couple drinks and talk about sad stories.
Yeah. When in the very beginning of the 80s, I guess I was a sophomore in high school, my brother died in a car accident. So you know what I mean? So the late 70s was like the last sort of golden moment where my grandparents were still there and the whole family was there and all that. I made everybody sad. That was not I don't have a beef. Look, I didn't make that happen. And so anyway, the late 70s.
I like that you had to qualify it. You're not responsible for the deaths.
Oh, I sure am not. I was not happy about it at all. I'm still not.
No.
So anyway, so I don't know why I told you that. Here's the point. Late 70s, perfect.
How about the early 90s?
Yeah, I like the 90s very much. Listen, I've had a very nice life other than a few
Look, here's the thing. I want to say something here. If I could be serious for a moment.
Yeah, please do.
The holidays are a great time for many people, but a very sad time for some. And even when the holidays, when you're one of the people that it's a great time for you, it is often a time of reflection for the people that are no longer with us and we miss during the holidays.
Yes.
And that's what I'm taking away from Joe's tales.
Oh, for sure. Yes, it is not a joyful time of year. But I don't begrudge anybody else.
Joe, I just tried to help, and then you capped it with, "Oh yeah, it is not a joyful time of year."
Look, I'm generally happy.
Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house.
That's our
welcome to
production
my house.
assistant,
There
Devin,
are
trying
two
to
empty
inject some
seats
life
at
back
the
into
table.
this.
What's that?
How about we spin the wheel again?
Yeah.
I
I'll
wonder
lay
what
off.
we're going to
I'm
land
sorry.
on next.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I wonder what we land on next.
Don't apologize.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, this is real, Joe. This is real.
Yeah. You know how I get.
We've landed on work Christmas, but before we get into that, coming in from the chat, this has not happened in, I would wager to say, years. We've got Dave Kaufman in the chat, who is having a great holiday season because he is celebrating the birth of his new child, James McGee Kaufman.
Also, happy Hanukkah to those celebrating. It's day 2 today.
Now, what have we landed on? Office Christmases? Work Christmases, yeah. So, Saima, I want to start with you. You work at McGill. Does McGill get turned up?
So yeah, I had just even this year, I had a few Christmas parties. The best one. So I'm at McGill, but I'm also at the Jewish General Hospital. And I had a really fun. One of my, I guess we'll say, she's a colleague, but we're not friends. I guess we're like friendly colleagues. And she was hosting. So she's a doctor, and she's quite loaded, I guess. So she said she was hosting a pizza party at her house, and I just thought it was like a casual pizza party situation.
Yeah.
This is like 2 weeks ago, and it turns out she first of all, this gorgeous house, and then she had hired these guys who came and set up like a temporary wood-fired like a pizza oven in her garage, and they made fresh pizzas for us all night. They were really delicious. So that's my best holiday
you
party.
you mentioned that your boss is quite loaded.
Yes.
Now, speaking of loaded, both financially as well as high alcohol consumption, Dave Kaufman's still in the chat right now mentioning, because of course his son is named James McGee. He writes, yeah, James McGee finally has a father.
Oh, nice.
Annabelle, let's go to you. Work Christmases. You are self-employed now. You have any great work Christmas events?
No, I'm self-employed. So
no, I meant in the past.
Oh, in the past. Well, I did a lot of years.
Sorry, this is a very adversarial panel for anyone not named Saima Ahmed.
No, how is that adversarial, James? I was just, fact checking, saying.
Well, you talked to me like I was brain dead.
Okay.
I led in by saying you're currently self-employed, but you've worked in offices. Any work stories? And you respond with, no, I'm self-employed.
Okay.
I think you've been dipping into Joe's eggnog.
Maybe a little. I did see a Christmas show before this, so I might have dipped into a bit of eggnog.
All right.
But I used to be a bartender, and I used to go to a lot of like restaurant Christmas parties.
Yeah.
And those were off the rails.
Yeah.
They are next level parties at Christmas.
How so?
Everybody is a mess. Everyone is a mess.
Now be honest. Are people smooching?
Oh, everyone's smooching.
Is it sexy?
Is it sexy?
Sounds like more trashy.
No, that is a lot of walk of shames the next day.
Yeah.
Joe, I want to go to you. You worked in the service and bar industry. You've been smooching around the holidays?
Yeah, a lot.
Tell us.
It's in the restaurant industry. I used to work at this place called Nicola's over Main, because it was up over Main Street. And we used to have legendary Christmas parties at Nicola's. It was really great. In fact, I'd gone through sort of a rough patch, and I was drinking a little bit, and I went to Nicola's Christmas party, and anyway, let's just say I woke up the next morning, and I'd had maybe, I don't know, 9 martinis or something. And I got up, and I was sleeping on the couch. I hadn't even gone up to bed, and I got up from the couch, and then I had like an island, in the kitchen, and it looked like a murder scene. Apparently I'd come home and tried to make a frozen pizza because there was.
Now I know this story. I know this story, and I love this story. Can you explain what you did with the frozen pizza?
Oh yeah, because I apparently the knife wasn't working properly, so it looked like I had taken the whole pizza and it up like a joint and was eating it like this, I was
Like a
snapping into
Slim
a
Jim.
Slim Jim. And then I was like, "Ugh." And then this is how I'm recreating it in my mind because I don't remember. And then on the floor, it looked like remember, I was going through a rough time. I had frozen pizza. Those who know me now know that wouldn't be part of my life. And then there was a box of Cap'n Crunch that I had like tried to get into, but it kind of exploded, you know? And I had these socks that were half on and half off. Like I tried to pull my socks off, but they weren't coming. So I just stretched them. And I was walking through the Cap'n Crunch, and all these Cap'n Crunch had gathered on my socks because, you know, it's like Velcro.
Yeah,
Almost.
very sticky.
And so this is the next morning, I'm walking through there. I'm like, oh, what happened here? And I go to the fridge, and I didn't have anything but a gallon of milk to drink.
Oh,
You know, my mouth. So I tip back, and I'm drinking a gallon of milk, and I'm drinking it so fast. And I'm walking to the bathroom while I'm drinking this, and I'm drinking so fast that the gallon of milk is going like ka-conk, ka-conk. You know what I mean? It's like buckling. And I get to the bathroom, and I look in the fridge. There I'm with a gallon of milk.
wait, you got a fridge in the bathroom?
No. I walked from the fridge through the living room.
You said I went into the bathroom and I looked in the fridge.
Oh, the mirror. Sorry, I looked in the mirror. Yeah, I looked in the mirror, and I had this gallon of milk with milk coming like down my face, and I was just covered, and I looked like a mess. You know, like I still had part of my pizza joint on me, and I looked in the mirror and I go, things are gonna change around here. And I looked at myself and I pointed at myself, and they did. I shaped up, all because of a drunken night, and I never had. I don't think I ever had a night like that again. But that was Merry Christmas.
Merry
I think we have
Christmas.
time for one more topic on the wheel. Let's give it a spin and see what we land on. Some great drunken stories. As it spins, Saima, you do any Christmas smooching at work?
No.
You and me both.
Keep it professional.
So it looks like we have landed on Christmas Day, which I think is apropos. It's on the way. I will say, for my taste, Christmas Day, the worst part of Christmas, because as they say at the end of Just for Laughs gags, oh, mommy, it's over. How do we feel about Christmas Day? Joe, let's start with you.
Boring. And it's usually hot, and I'm thinking about a kid's grade, but even now it's boring. It's hot, you know, because everything's, there's an oven is on and the heat's on, and you're wearing a sweater probably, and and we used to have to go to church still because
it is excruciatingly boring. When you're a youngster, you open up the presents, you're like, well, what do I play with? Then you're waiting for dinner. It feels like
8:15
it feels like the worst Sunday of all time. No matter what day Christmas lands on, it's always Sunday on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Annabelle, let's go to you.
Yeah, I agree. There's so much to look forward to, and then the presents get opened, and that's it. I mean, like as an adult, I don't really care about opening presents. It's not my jam at all. But watching
It's a little nice. It's a little nice. Come on, it's a little nice
to open presents.
When someone that
I
you
find
like
it all very
gives you a
performative.
gift.
I
But
mean,
I agree.
But you're
I
talking
agree
to
with
somebody
Joe.
who used to buy her own presents and wrap them and then open them under the tree.
But you did, but you haven't always, right? Haven't your kids given you something? You're like, this is, I can't wait to open this.
Yeah.
I'm using my beef of the night on Annabelle, who says she doesn't care about opening presents. When you get something
Here
that you're
comes the
I
excited
like
about,
watching people
here we
open
go.
presents.
Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
I'm using my beef
I
of the
like
night.
watching other people open presents that I've given
All
them.
like watching other people opening presents. I've got gifts under here, and look, I think what it is the excitement wears off of, yay, I'm getting my favorite thing. Got a bunch of gifts under here. I'm looking forward to it because I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I
Right?
mean, I
So-
used to have that for sure. Yeah.
Annabelle, I'm buying you a Christmas gift.
Aw.
I'm buying you. Look at that. Look at the happiness. Look at that. You can't replicate that. Can't fake it. Simon, let's
Okay.
go to you. Christmas Day. You didn't celebrate it, but you must have a feeling.
Yeah, I like Christmas Day. When I was younger, we used to often I still do it sometimes with my sister, actually, after her kids go to sleep, because now my sister and her kids celebrate Christmas because it's more like a cultural thing. But yeah, when I was younger, we used to always go to the movies on Christmas.
Very fun. I've done it too. It's very fun.
Yeah.
I want to bring something up here. Now, earlier today, I announced an improv comedy show set to take place on December 22nd. And the people that I had asked were flabbergasted. Annabelle, you may have been the only person who wasn't. They were like, what? December 22nd? Saima, you're talking about going to the movies on Christmas. People want something to do on Christmas night. And I think with enough time, care, and promotion, a show on Christmas night could be an absolute banger for the people that don't go out of town for Christmas, the people that are looking for something to do on Christmas, and the people that don't like Christmas.
I think so.
We've just we've conceded that no, I don't want to do. It's harder to get people to do stuff in the days leading up to Christmas. Why? Because they're already doing something. An event on Christmas night. Why is there no Christmas party on Christmas? What a way to end Christmas. Joe, you're nodding. You're part of my cause here, right? I'm getting fired up.
Yeah. And remember, I'm single and don't live in the town I grew up in. So I could definitely see myself, though I spend Christmas Day, Christmas Eve in Lake Placid with friends, Christmas Day with my
I can tell you so. We got a lot of bachelors and bachelorettes on this show tonight, Joe.
However, I could see myself going from Malone, New York, and actually driving to Montreal, spending Christmas night and doing an improv show with you guys. Yes. And and eating pate that I pick up at the
well, Annabelle, I want to go to you. How do you feel about that? My shocking proposal.
About a show on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
I don't think it's shocking. I think that there's a lot
no one does it. Nobody does it. It's not part of social convention.
Yeah, it doesn't, but
hold the phone here. Hold the phone.
I feel like Annabelle's not shocked at all.
December 25th, 2023. Yeah. It is a Monday night. Yeah. I am willing to hedge my bets on this right now. I vow to organize a show on Christmas night, December 25th, 2023. What do we think?
I just hope we're all still around.
As much as I love the round of applause, Joe hit me with one of my favorite things ever. Joe, you want? We'll as I say on the show, back that ass up a bit.
Yeah.
What do we think about a show on December 25th, Joe?
Well, I mean, it'd probably be good to have something to do because this is our first year without Mom. There's always somebody.
Yeah, I'm with Joe. I think, God, if I can, I'm going to book another at home for the rest of the week where we do an entire episode where we speak like that. Well, I just, the mashed potatoes were just a little watery this year.
Well, Dad used to make them.
Well, I invited his girlfriend, but I don't think she's coming.
Yeah.
Let's go to you, Saima.
I have a suggestion for the show if you have it on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah.
Or Christmas, whatever. What if it's a mini potluck and people bring little sweets to have?
Well, we won't ask Annabelle to bring anything.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. By the way,
I think that's interesting. Annabelle, what do you think about this?
Bringing
God willing that we're all a show on Christmas night.
I mean, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to a Christmas night show at all. I think that like people are looking for things to do. Not everybody has a family to go to on Christmas Day.
My family's gone by 4:00.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
If anything, imagine you have your dinner. You say, "Guys, I'm doing a show. You want to come see me do a show?" It's done.
A lot of lonely people on Christmas Day that don't, there's a lot of people who are not in that idyllic situation that are just at home alone,
Annabelle, it's done. I'm doing it.
Wait, James,
breaking news right here, right now.
Can your mom be in the Christmas 25th.
What's that now, Simon?
Can your mom be in the Christmas show?
She'll never do it. I'd love nothing more.
Oh.
I'm saying it now. December 25th, 2023. It is a Monday night. There will be a Christmas show live and in living color. I don't know where. I don't know how. I don't know what time. You're going to eat your dinner. You're going to come to the show. We're going to have the time of our lives. This will be a Christmas to remember. If people come, it's a memory. If no one shows up, it's a memory. Because as they say, the worst decisions lead to the best stories.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Joe, Annabelle, Saima, this has been happening. We have done it tonight. Final words for the people watching right here, right now. Saima, let's start with you.
Well, thanks for having me on your show. I think this is probably your last show of 2022 I'll be in. So I wish everyone happy holidays.
We will
When
be
you
here
celebrate-
next. We will most certainly be here next week. I apologize. I cut you off.
likely
I'm
will not
fired
be
up
on your
here.
show next week.
Yeah.
But wishing everyone happy holidays. Enjoy this time with your friends, loved ones, whether you celebrate or not. I know could also be a stressful time for some people,
Mhm.
even those who have families, because cooking and all that. So try to relax, enjoy this time, eat some good food, be nice to other people. Remember, there's a lot of people who are less fortunate than you,
Mhm.
and be grateful for what you have.
I
And
love
happy
it.
Hanukkah
Saima,
to those celebrating Hanukkah as well. Or
Saima,
Kwanzaa
I
to
didn't
those who
like it.
celebrate.
I did not like it. I loved it.
Aw.
Annabelle, let's go to you. Words
I
for the
mean-
people watching tonight. Come on, Saima. Come on, Annabelle.
I mean, I have a beef of the night. How
You
do
already
you
used
follow
your beef
that?
of the night.
Simon's little speech after that.
Annabelle,
Better than
Annabelle,
that.
I'm gonna say this to quote a great woman who both Joe and I love, the one and only syndicated radio talk show host Delilah. Annabelle, what's on your heart tonight?
What? Nothing's on my heart tonight. What are you talking about?
Annabelle, I'm teeing you up here. You don't have to, it's not a competition. Annabelle, I want you to address the viewers going into the Christmas time celebration.
My message to everyone out there listening is don't
Hold on,
Read
Annabelle,
it.
start over. Start over. You gulped. You gulped, Annabelle. One more time. What's your Christmas message to the people watching?
don't regift a book that your daughter gave you for Christmas.
I'll tell you what, there's no way that my dad could have done that because he wasn't around to receive a gift from his daughter, my sister, on Christmas.
Right.
Joe, let's go to you. Your message to the viewers at home with
things real
James.
quick. First, my dad bought me my very first Hardy Boys mystery. Remember the Hardy Boys books?
Mhm.
Not only did he give it to me on Christmas, but he sat on my bed. He tucked me and sat in my bed, and he read the first chapter to me. And he said,
Mhm.
"There, now we're both reading it." So there's that.
I love
It was
that.
real great.
Yep.
He was a great guy.
Yep.
I'm happy that I'm remembering him so much tonight. That's one. And number two is I would suggest that people not beat themselves up so much about Christmas. I think it's real
Yeah.
easy to get into this thing about like, oh boy, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Quite recently, somebody said this because there were a group of people all saying, I have to do this, I have to do that. They said, you know what helped me? This is them saying this. Every time I wanted to say, I have to do this, I made myself say, I get to do this. I get
Yeah.
to do this. I get to go to the store. I get to make a big dinner. You know, instead of saying, oh, I have to make a batch of cookies for the kids. I get to. I have the ability. I have the means. I have the kids who love them, you know?
Yep.
So I would suggest that. Here's the point. You know I'm no good at it. I try so hard. Every day I'm going to be a good person, right?
Yeah, of
but-
course. We're all trying, Joe.
Oh, it's tough, isn't it? But that reminder to myself has helped me more recently than anything I've heard in years. So that is my suggestion.
Joe, I
Yep.
think that's really, really nice.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you, Joe. I want to thank Saima, and I want to thank Annabelle for being here. Good luck with your Christmas. God bless with your wishes, and good night to the three of you.
Good night.
Good night, James.
Good night to all.
Good night.
Good tidings to our three members of our holiday panel. What an episode it's been, but it's not over yet. Yeah, 10:16. You think I care? We're going overtime because we have to get through each and every piece of mail that has been sent to us. We can't do that until we welcome the one and only Dimitri back on the airwaves. Dimitri, you're live and you're with us. I think we're having some technical difficulties here. I'm hearing some like scratching or gurgling, or what is this? Like a high-pitched, what is this? Oh no. It's slow and it's erotic and it's unsettling and it's perverse and it sounds depraved and it can only mean one thing. Oh no. Dimitri, what's happened to you?
Oh, Dimitri no more, you sick son of a bitch. It's me, the Night Freak. Oh,
Night
you
Freak,
bastard.
Dimitri promised me that he was going to fight your power of the symbiote.
It all ends here. I took care of him. I put him in the...
What ends here?
I killed him. I killed that sorry son of a bitch, Dimitri, and I put him away. Right here on Christmas.
Wait, how'd you kill him?
Asphyxiation.
Was it of the autoerotic variety?
Do you know who you're talking to? I'm the
Yes,
Night Freak! Woo!
Night Freak, I've never seen you so out of control.
It's because you pushed me to the brink.
I've pushed you to the brink.
We've been doing battle for as long as I can remember. You and I going toe to toe. What? Because I offered you my symbiote. You could have had it all, James. I could have given you power. I could have given you unbridled power. And you didn't want it.
Yes, so what happens now? How does this end? Because you stand for everything I don't stand for. You stand for promiscuous sex. You stand for leather coats. You stand for sunglasses worn inappropriately. And you stand for completely and unadulterated condom-free sex. I stand for safety. I stand for convention, and I stand for Christmas.
Christmas.
Something has to give.
You know what you gotta do, James? You gotta say it. You gotta say the thing you can't say, you bastard. Christmas is sexy.
No.
It always
I won't do
has
it.
been.
I won't do it.
It always will be. The
No,
Night Freak.
it's wholesome. It's heartwarming, and it's a time for children and families.
It's a time for sex, making out, fluids, debauchery, presents in boxes filled.
It's a time for holding hands, cuddling innocently with a pillow in between both people's bodies.
It's a time for being in the porno theater and Santa hats covering our junk.
No, it's a time for being at the Scotiabank Cineplex in the middle of the day watching a re-release of Home Alone.
We're obviously getting nowhere, James.
Yeah, that's
And for
right.
what? Why would you like Christmas? It never did anything for me. No one ever came to my parties. No one ever even got me a present for Christmas. Why would anybody like Christmas when you have a Christmas like that? Huh?
Well, maybe you needed to meet someone like me to open up your eyes, but your heart to the magic of Christmas. What if I invited you to my home on Christmas night?
What are you doing?
You shed your skin, that of a lizard, and you embrace the warm caress of a Christmas cardigan.
What are you doing? Ah! Stop! What are you doing?
And I pull whatever sick, greasy, slimy substance that's in your hand away, and I hand you a present.
What is it?
A warm cup of cocoa and a freshly baked cookie. A second place cookie from Joe Conto. Oh my God.
I had it! Oh, Dimitri's trying to break out! Stop! You gotta stop what you're doing!
Let him out. He wants to celebrate Christmas. He wants to celebrate it with me. He wants to celebrate it with his family, his parents, Kathy and George.
What happens? What happens after the
And
presents?
his siblings, Andy and Mary, and his nephews.
You know them all by name! You know all them by name!
Let Christmas kiss you in a way that a sex partner could never.
Oh God, what have I done as the night freak?
Let him out.
I spread all the I spread all the debauchery.
Let him out.
and
Don't
hate.
give up. Don't let go.
Oh,
Let it
God.
into your heart. If the Grinch and his heart could go 3 sizes, you know what's happening.
Oh God, the tub of lube.
No,
You're right, James.
hang on.
The night
Don't
freak.
go in.
The night freak he's done so much awful things. Not only have I ruined Christmas for you and all your viewers and all the good people here tonight, I ruined it for Dimitri. And all he's ever wanted to do was open mail and read it. People who love this show, who need people around Christmas. Because Christmas is hard, especially for Joe. All of us. We need Christmas. We need this show. And I've done nothing but make this hard for everyone. Even harder. I'm going.
No, you don't have to do it.
I'm gonna drown myself in the lube.
Don't. No.
Goodbye, James.
Night freak. I hope you celebrate Christmas on the other side.
I'll try.
I can't look.
No! It's viscous! Viscous! No! Happy holidays! No!
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Dimitri,
Hey!
you're back.
Yeah! I feel pretty
You
good.
know what happened?
No. Is everything
You were
okay?
in the mailroom.
I am?
Yeah.
Hey! It's snowing.
Wow, you're right. It's beautiful.
I feel good. For the first time in a
Dimitri.
long time.
So good to see you the way that we remember you as, wearing glasses and a t-shirt.
Hey, what are these?
I don't know. Maybe you should throw them out.
I haven't gotten you a gift for Christmas yet. These do look like they suit you. Maybe not.
Dimitri, I got bad news.
Yeah?
We're out of time. We can't read the mail.
Maybe next year, James. Or better yet,
Maybe next year.
maybe sometime sooner than that.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Sometime sooner?
Let's just say I've been putting together a real special Christmas present for you.
Really? What type of present is that? You didn't have to get me anything.
This year, we go live on At Home and James on Christmas night.
You mean it?
It's my gift to you, James.
This Sunday night, we're live on twitch.tv/athomewithjames.
Just for you?
What inspired this, Dimitri?
You know, I think it came from a special friend.
Who do you mean?
It was the Night Freak.
Wow. Well, I guess I'll see you on Christmas night then.
Hey, you can count on it. Thanks, James. You made my
No,
Christmas
thank
wish
you.
come true.
Hey, me too. Me too.
It's really coming down out there. I better get going before I...
Yeah, me
Get stuck
too.
in
I better
traffic.
get out there and start, shoveling the driveway.
Merry Christmas, James. I really do mean that.
You too. I'll see you on Christmas night.
You can count on it.
Bye, Dimitri.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, everyone. I'm a little misty-eyed. Something about this time of year really gets to me. It's seeing Saima and Joe and Annabelle, people that have been fixtures on this show. I get really, caught up in my head, and I announced that we're going to do a live show a year from this coming Sunday. And then before you know it, it means we're doing a show live on Twitch this coming Sunday. And something about tonight really feels magical. Look, I gotta go shovel the driveway for the car that I don't own and I can't drive. But until then, thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you on Sunday night, Christmas. Till then, I'm James. You were you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell. Be well. God, we're going to be live on Christmas night. We're going to be live on Christmas night. We're going to be live.